Good evening and welcome to this virtual event that will focus on the special programs and schools offered by Dallas ISD. We are so glad you are here. This webinar will also be in Spanish.
Bienvenidos a todos los que están presentes a este taller en línea. Esta presentación estará en español. Para aquellos padres que necesitan el servicio de interpretación, les pido, por favor, pasen a la pantalla, a la pantalla baja, o a la parte baja de su pantalla, disculpe, y seleccione el icono del mundo. Al seleccionar el icono del mundo, seleccionará el idioma español. Una vez que inicie la interpretación, si tiene dificultades para escuchar, por favor regrese al inglés y después al español. Si aún tiene dificultades, por favor déjenos saber en la caja de QIA o del chat. Y si tiene un teléfono celular, son las mismas instrucciones. Lo único que cambia es que la opción estará en los 3 puntitos que se encuentran en la parte baja de su pantalla. Y por último, si tiene una computadora Chromebook, desafortunadamente esta opción de interpretación no funciona en su aparato. Gracias y pasen buenas tardes. Okay, I'm ready, Ms. Kapach.
We are so glad you were able to join us this evening because you'll get to hear more about the new application system for all these great programs and about the programs themselves. We have some incredible opportunities for students at every single level. Before I introduce our first speaker, I want to remind you that if you already know the program that you want to apply for, you can go to www.dallasisd.org/choose-dallas-ISD and start applying. We do have folks on the phone ready to help you. You simply call 972-925-5560. They will be there until 8 p.m. today and from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. during the rest of the week. Now we are going to hear from Keisha Crowder-Davis from our Office of Transformation and Innovation about our new application system and School Finder.
Good evening, Dallas ISD families. Thank you for joining us today to learn about all of the great options that we have in Dallas ISD. At the end of this call, we hope that after you've discovered your various programs that you are interested in applying to, you will now choose the programs. We have had the awesome opportunity to consolidate all of the offerings that we have into a single application process. We have a great website. If you visit www.dallasisd.org/choose, you're able to find all of the information available regarding all of the programs. I'll give you a little shortcut. If you go to the home page of the district, in the middle of the page, there's a little house. If you click on that schoolhouse that says Choose Dallas ISD, it will take you directly to this page here that you're looking at. On this page, you're able to find both of the application portals. You're able to find our school finder. On the left-hand side, it says find your school options. This is our shopping mall of schools. You're also able to apply now for the programs that you're interested in. If on the right-hand side, you see all of the offerings that we have. If you click on the icons, you're able to find the available seats. You're able to see a video about the program that you're interested in and all information regarding that program. Next slide. Dallas ISD has so many great offerings. Your very first choice, though, is always your neighborhood school. Your second choice are the various school choice options that we have. Next slide. What we had to do was go through some change management in order to get to this single application portal. We had a decentralized process. Families were able to apply to the various programs that we had. You could apply to the OTI schools in a separate lottery, up to 5 choices you had there, and you would receive an offer letter from every school that you applied to. You were able to apply to 2 magnet schools and receive an offer. 3 collegiate academies in a different portal and receive an offer letter. You were even able to apply for a student transfer, which sat in another portal and receive offers. You were able to apply to the IB schools, the dual language schools, and receive an offer for that program. So you could have received an offer from up to 5 different programs. What we've done is we've consolidated all of that into one single application process. You're able to now rank your top 5 choices, no matter the program. No matter if it's an OTI school, a collegiate academy, student transfers are in this process, and magnet school. The only caveat is that you can only apply to 2 magnet schools within your 5 choices. But all of the offerings are available in this one portal, and you will receive one offer letter with an optimal choice. So it's very important, families, how you prioritize or rank your choices. Next slide. Rationale for change. We needed to change the process. We heard you, families. This portal allows you a one-stop shop for families. You're able to search, apply, and enroll for your offerings. You're able to rank your top 5 choices. This became a unified process and timeline. No matter the program, it's in this portal. The timeline, the application portal opened November 7th. It's closing January 31st. And families, you will receive your acceptance or your status notification on March 1st. For all of the programs, once again, you'll receive one optimal acceptance based on how you prioritize your choices. Next slide, please. I talked about our school finder. This is our first option. This is where you search for your schools. You're able to search by your neighborhood school, which is always your first option, or search by your address. You're able to search by grade level. The school finder, like I said earlier, is our shopping mall. You're able to search for whatever you're looking for. We have it in Dallas ISD. Next choice. Next slide. All right, let's talk about how the choice prioritization is going to work. I'm going to use a high school example. Students and families, as I said, you have 5 choices. This is a 9th grade example. The student picked their first choice, Booker T. Washington Magnet. Their second choice would be City Lab High School, which is a transformation school. The third choice is the Great James Madison P-Tech Collegiate Academy. The fourth choice is the Hillcrest IB program, which would typically be a neighborhood school and a student transfer process. The fifth choice is Gilliam Early College High School. Once the family or the student sit for all of the assessments, you will do the audition for Booker T. You will go through the lottery for City Lab. You will do the interview process for the P-Tech programs, and then you will do the application process for Hillcrest. So we have 5 buckets here. What's going to happen is we will use an optimizer tool after all of the assessments, all of the lotteries have been completed, and we will put all of the choices together, and the optimizing algorithm will produce one optimal acceptance for the family. So families, once again, it's very important how you rank your schools. Next slide. All right, if you need assistance, oh my God, I'm having a hard time here tonight. If you need assistance completing your application, there are people standing by. We have the awesome One Center team. They're waiting for your call, 972-925-5560. Give us a call and let us help you choose Dallas ISD tonight.
Thank you for that information, Keisha. As you all can see, these new tools to find the best fit school and then apply make the process so much easier than ever before. But if you do run into any issues, you can always call us at 972-925-5560 until 8 p.m. this evening. Now, before we share about the programs, I want to remind you that after this meeting, we will also have a webinar on this Saturday to specifically talk about our neighborhood choices and options in our neighborhood schools. So stay tuned for that as well. If you're interested in participating, you can go to www.dallasisd.org/choose-DallasISD. We will also be answering questions at the end of this presentation, but you can ask your questions at any time by writing them in the Q&A box. Now we're going to watch a video about our talented and gifted programs.
Dallas ISD's Talented and Gifted, or TAG program, provides students with high abilities, a rigorous curriculum, and teachers with the training and skills to motivate and address the needs of gifted students. The TAG program cultivates the unique abilities of each individual while addressing the 4 core academic areas: reading and language arts, math, science, and social studies. Dallas ISD's TAG programs also promote the full development of a student's intellectual, creative, leadership, or visual arts and performing arts abilities. Students in the TAG program demonstrate skills in self-directed learning, critical thinking, research, and communication. This setting provides the opportunity to interact with intellectual peers in academic, creative, aesthetic, and social endeavors. Choose a Dallas ISD Talented and Gifted program and empower your highly capable student to remain challenged and thrive in a school and in future aspirations. Apply at dallasisd.org/choose-DallasISD.
All right, now we will hear from our Magnet, Tag, and Visual Arts team.
Good evening. My name is Nancy Rubio. I'm the Magnet Coordinator in the Centralized Enrollment and Magnet Department, and I'm happy to be here to tell you more about our district's Magnet programs. The main difference between Magnet schools and other choice programs is that Magnet schools have academic requirements to apply. The admission process is also based on a school-specific assessment. Magnet schools are also designed around models such as TAG, the arts, Montessori, STEM, and career exploration. Magnet schools also offer transportation to students living within the Dallas ISD boundaries. Next slide, please. In order to apply, students must meet a minimum grade point average and a minimum test score. The GPA for most of our schools is 75 grade point average. The schools with the higher requirements are the TAG schools and the Science and Engineering Magnet, which require an 80% grade point average. This year, because the district did not administer the STAR test, we are taking the 40th percentile on the fall ACP reading and math, or the 40th percentile on the beginning of the year MAP test. Again, for the TAG schools and the Science and Engineering Magnet, where the requirements are higher, the 70th percentile is required. Once the Magnet school of choice verifies a student meets these requirements, the student moves on to the Magnet assessment process. The Magnet school will reach out to the parents to schedule the assessment. Next slide, please. The next part of the Magnet process is the selection process. All students who pass the Magnet assessment will go into the selection process. The top 30% of seats are awarded district-wide by rank ordering applicants based on overall assessment score. The remaining 70% of these seats are distributed across the district's feeder patterns to ensure a diverse student population. This is also subject to the sibling rule, which applies to the pre-K through 8th grade Montessori schools, and the sibling preference, which applies to the 4th through 8th grade programs. Also, with this selection process, qualified in-district students will be seated first, followed by any qualified out-of-district students. Next slide, please. Our Magnet programs offer 10 elementary school options. All our elementary programs begin at 4th grade with the exception of Dealey and Harry Stone Montessori, which begin at pre-K 4, and Mark Twain and Trinity Heights, which begin at 1st grade. Next slide, please. Our magnet programs offer 17 school options going through 8th grade, with the exception of Irma Rangel Young Women's Leadership School and Barack Obama Male Leadership, which go through 12th grade. Next slide, please. Finally, our magnet high schools offer 10 high school options. 5 of these options are located within Townview Center. Thank you so much for your time, and we encourage you to apply to our wonderful magnet programs.
Thank you, Nancy. Now we'll be watching a video about our International Baccalaureate programs.
International Baccalaureate programs aim to develop inquiring, knowledgeable, and caring young people who take an active role in creating a better and more peaceful world through intercultural understanding, ownership, and respect. Dallas ISD's IB schools offer a unique continuum of instruction from grades pre-K through 12th and provide rigorous, challenging academic environments that foster students' social, emotional, and physical well-being. The IB experience enables your student to discover himself or herself and the world while in elementary school. In middle school, your student makes practical connections between studies and the world. Prior to graduation, your high school student will begin to earn college credit and be equipped with mindsets, tools, and skills necessary to thrive in post-secondary endeavors, all while diving deeper into topics he or she is passionate about. Choose an IB program in Dallas ISD, where we are on a mission to nurture global changemakers. Apply at dallasisd.org/choose Dallas ISD.
All right, now we will hear from our Transformation and Innovation team.
Hi, good evening. My name is Nicole Bixby, and I'm the Director in the Office of Transformation and Innovation. Our goal is to provide best fit schools for all of our Dallas ISD families. Our transformation schools are open enrollment campuses designed around an innovative instructional model. There are no academic entry requirements, and transportation is offered within district boundaries. Online applications are accepted annually from November through January, and students are selected through a lottery. Offers are generated based on the number of seats available in each grade level, the student's priority group, and the randomly assigned lottery number. Research shows that socioeconomically diverse schools offer better learning environments for all students, no matter their background. The Office of Transformation and Innovation has adopted this approach for several of its transformation schools. For designated 50-50 socioeconomic diversity schools, students are entered into either the economically disadvantaged lottery group or the non-economically disadvantaged group based on the student's economic status. Next slide, please. There are many choices for students starting in pre-K and the elementary level, as well as secondary choices. There are Montessori, STEM, STEAM, and personalized learning choices. Students also have single gender and exploratory arts options. Additional transformation school models include project-based learning, urban planning, architecture, and environmental science. Next slide, please. We also have exciting choices at our innovation campuses. Innovation schools are neighborhood schools that offer a redesigned curriculum while maintaining their current identity. So if you live in the neighborhood school, you simply attend the school. Students who live outside these attendance zones can attend if space is available. Next slide, please. There are many innovative programs to explore at your neighborhood campuses. Please join us this Saturday, December 12th, to hear from neighborhood campuses and their principals, and you can find out about many of these offerings, such as International Baccalaureate, Single Gender, Personalized Learning, Leadership, STEAM, STEM, Service, Expeditionary Learning, and New Tech models. Our transformation schools and innovation schools have been designed with your child in mind. We look forward to receiving your application to the best fit schools of your choice. And now back to our host, Jessica.
Thank you, Nicole. We are now going to watch a video about our dual language program.
My husband and I, when our son was about to enter into kindergarten, we were excited that there was a dual language program offered.
As a parent, I'm very involved in, me and my wife are very involved in our kids becoming successful education-wise.
We thought it was really important for our kids to be able to have an opportunity to be exposed to another language and to learn about other cultures and through learning a different language.
It gives them an opportunity to be more sociable and have other network opportunities and be able to communicate on other levels besides the environment level that they're at.
Just as we see our city and our culture so influenced by Spanish culture, we've loved our kids having a broader understanding of the language and being able to learn a language alongside their native English language.
But I would recommend it for anybody to do it. I mean, we're trying to have a better society, and it starts with our younger children. So I think in order for her to be a great leader, she has to pick up something extra like this, and I think this will benefit her.
And now we will hear from our dual language team.
Yeah. Hello, good afternoon. We are here to present the great two-way dual language program. We offer the dual language program from pre-K to 12th grade. The dual language programs offer the opportunity to your child to learn how to speak, write, read, listen, and think in two languages. In this case, we're often the English and Spanish. It strengthens thinking and problem-solving skills because your child are constantly moving from one language to the other. Increases global awareness and cultural diversity. The child we have in the classroom, child from different backgrounds, different cultures. Then we live in a global society when we are communicating with different cultures. And this program offers that great opportunity to your child. Next slide, please. We have the elementary two-way and secondary dual language. And it doesn't matter where do you live, you can apply to one of our two-way dual language programs. We, in the pre-K to first grade in elementary school, we are teaching the 70% of the instruction is in Spanish and the 30% is in English. From second grade to fifth grade, we're going to teach 50% Spanish, 50% in English. But also we continue with the dual language program in the secondary grades. And these requirements in the secondary grades, the kids, your students are taking 2 courses totally in Spanish. And one thing that is, the rest of the courses, are in English. And one of the greatest things is they can graduate with the Texas Seal of Biliteracy that is going to open a lot of great opportunities for your children, job opportunities in the future, university opportunities, different kind of great opportunities open with the Texas Seal of Biliteracy. Next slide, please. And here is our information. You can send us an email to duallanguage@dallasisd.org. Follow us on Twitter or go to our website and look for more information about our dual language program. Thank you so much for your time, and think about to give this opportunity to your child to become a student that thinks, read, write in 2 languages. Thank you. Go back to you, Jessica.
Thank you, Marisol. All right, now we are going to watch a video about our early learning.
A child's brain develops faster during ages 0 through 5 than at any other time, especially when exposed to high-quality, enriching learning experiences. Pre-K programs are essential in teaching children social skills, emotional development, and academic readiness. Dallas ISD pre-K programs provide an environment for children to explore, learn with peers, and build self-confidence.
I feel like pre-K has boosted my daughter's confidence. Ever since coming here, she's reading better, she's recognizing her words and letters better, and she's even helping her little brother learn.
In a Dallas ISD pre-K classroom, children's literacy skills are nurtured in a language-rich environment. Teachers help children strengthen these important literacy skills by introducing new vocabulary during daily read-aloud time, having children talk about books, learn rhymes, sing, and practice language use through two-way conversations with others.
We have a lot of fun in a classroom.
To build critical thinking, teachers engage students through asking thought-provoking questions to give children opportunities to express ways of thinking. Let's not forget about creative movement and art expression. Both give children additional opportunities to build confidence.
I would tell a family that pre-K is awesome, it's super important, and they should definitely get their kids enrolled as soon as possible.
Give the gift of a brighter future. Enroll your child in Dallas ISD Pre-K today.
And now we will hear from our early learning team.
Hi, good evening. My name is Yesenia Ramirez. I am the director that oversees the pre-K registration process for Dallas ISD. So we know research shows that, as mentioned in a video, that a child's brain development happens very quickly from the time that the child is born up until they're 5 years old. But our data also indicates that students that attend pre-K, whether it's pre-K 3 or pre-K 4, achieve much quicker, higher academically and socially compared to the peers that don't attend part of our Dallas ISD program. Next slide. So with our choice program schools, we have several different programs. We have two magnet programs as Dealey and Harry Stone. And then we have the OTA and transformational schools, which involve the rest of the schools on our list. But we also specialize on Montessori schools, just like Downtown Montessori, Eduardo Mata, the new E.D. Walker that will be opening up for the 2021 school year, Onesimo Hernandez. And then we have our arts program, which is Martin Luther King, personalized learning like Sam Houston, and single gender schools like Solo Prep for girls and Solo Prep for boys. These schools are a little different with their program, but they also have a different pre-K program. Some offer a pre-K 3 full day and pre-K 4 full day, and some programs only start at pre-K 4. Next slide. So for more information, please, you can contact us or visit our website at prekdallas.org. And if you have specific questions about pre-K at this specific moment, we have my team there ready to answer your questions. So you can call them at 214-932-7735. But if you're a texter, much like me, then you can text us at 972-687-7735, or you can email us at prek@dallasisd.org. Hope to see you and your child to be part of our pre-K Dallas ISD family.
Awesome. Thank you, Yesenia. All right, now we're going to watch a video about our P-TECH program.
What I love about Dallas is I can learn and grow so much in this city. I'm Vanessa. I live with my two parents, my sister and my brother. Since I was little, I've always been interested in how technology works. I just saw P-TECH as an opportunity to learn something new.
Raising Vanessa, I think we've been very blessed with her.
And watching her with her brother and sister, it brings joy to my heart.
To be a big sister is knowing to set a good example for my siblings to follow in. I had started playing basketball my freshman year of high school.
It was her first year playing. She was excited. That night when she got injured, she definitely was bummed out.
Mentally, it kind of threw me off. Basketball was my way of helping with that mental health. I had to overcome that challenge and I picked up a new sport.
She still continued, practicing the skills that she could.
Just watching her persevere, I mean, it's a beautiful thing. I mean, that's what you want for your child.
If I had to compare golf to a subject in school, it would definitely be physics. Golf at first was extremely challenging than physics. Once I started getting the hang of all the calculations, I started passing with A's. There is a lot of pressure from my mom. That's one of the reasons why I strive for those A's.
But the thing is, it's a good pressure.
Yes, setting high expectations is a great thing, but we know that they can handle it only because they know they have support. I've watched Vanessa blossom through P-TECH. I have seen leadership come out of her.
You want nothing but the best from them, the best education. She pretty much did it on her own, and that's when I knew, we had something special.
I saw P-TECH as an opportunity for me to better my future, to be a Hispanic woman in tech. I can't say that I see a lot of people like myself. I know that by doing this, I'll show others that you can follow your dreams. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. I'm Vanessa, and I am P-TECH.
And now we are going to hear about our P-TECH and early college high schools.
Thank you, Jessica. I'm Nithya Govindasamy. I'm the Director of Workplace Learning for P-TECH and Early College Programs. I'm excited to be here with you, to our parents, and want to share more about the program. As you heard in the video, the P-TECH and Early College Program really does change futures. What we're focused on is making sure our students not only gain a high school education, but college credits that can be earned for free, and that can lead to an associate degree in a pathway or a career of their choice. And the thing that I really want to stress here is that these career pathways are careers that are in demand in this community, in the Dallas-Fort Worth community, that students can gain education in to be able to eventually get a job. So what we're hoping for our students is that they gain both the skills and the knowledge and the experience that is necessary for their future in the program. So some of the pathways that we have, it is a primarily technology focused program for high school students, but we do have engineering, criminal justice, business programs, software programming, hospitality management, some of the things you see listed here. There's also education pathways. We have 4 campuses that have students that are gaining education that are eventually will be teachers. Next slide, please. So really briefly, what a P-TECH involves is it is a partnership between 3 different organizations or entities. So the high school, which is the Dallas ISD side of it, but we partner with our higher education partners. So it's either Dallas College or UNT Dallas, depending on the pathway. And then industry partners, which is basically the business community and employers across all of those different industries that I mentioned that work together with the high school and our district to help students prepare for the middle skill jobs that I mentioned. Next slide, please. So we do have 2 different variances in terms of the P-TECH program, so I want to share more with you on that. From a P-TECH perspective, we have 18 campuses that are P-TECH campuses that have different pathways. So each campus has multiple pathways available for students to choose from. And then what they can do is they can earn up to 60 college credit hours. And again, it is at no cost to the students or the parents. Once they apply and are accepted, it is fully covered. And we even cover the cost of textbooks, pretty much anything that's tied to attending college. So transportation to the college, all of that is taken care of as part of the program. And it is, since it is a choice program, students that don't live in the area can go to a different P-TECH school depending on the pathway that they choose. And then the other real big thing I want to highlight with on the P-TECH side is that we have career pathways that are tied to different industries. So it's a little bit more targeted. On the early college side, you get a lot of the same things. The one difference is that the focus is on associative arts and associative science. It's not necessarily tied to a specific career pathway, but you get the same education opportunities. Students still can earn up to 60 college credit hours, and they can earn an associate's degree, and they have some of the same opportunities available to them. So the model just looks a little different depending on the school that the student chooses. Next slide, please. And here's just a quick listing of all the different things that we focus on for the P-TECH and early college program. High school diploma, first and foremost, all of our students do go through 4 years of education to gain their high school degree or high school diploma. They also get the 60 college credit hours, as we mentioned, the associate's degree. And the one thing that we didn't mention before, but it is a huge benefit, is students do have access to industry recognized certifications. So even something as simple as Microsoft Office, which could be, Word, Excel, those kinds of things, just basic skills, but also really targeted certifications that are, like Cisco certifications or things that are connected to careers. That's available to students as well. So this just to make them a little bit more equipped and skilled when they graduate, so they can, if they go on to get their 4-year degree, great. If they want to go right into the workforce, they have the skills and the connections needed to make that happen. So career opportunities, the reason we have career opportunities available to our P-TECH and early college students is because we have over 82 industry partners that have been part of the program since we started in 2016. And all of our industry partners work directly with the campuses and provide experiences for the students so they can gain the skills needed and exposure to all the different jobs and careers they can enter into. So, we are doing things virtually right now in this world, but we're still doing internships, or another opportunity for students that are in our program. We are seeing a lot of virtual internships being offered to our students so they can gain, again, experience to enter the jobs. And then some of our industry partners actually provide interviews after students graduate for jobs that they have at their companies, so students can have a shot at those careers. Next slide, please. I think that's the end. I'll turn it back over to Jessica. If you have any questions, please feel free to enter it into the chat, and then you can also reach out to us through the application portal. Thank you.
Thank you, Nithya. All right, last but not least, we have one more video for you guys. It's Career Institutes.
Dallas ISD's new Career Institutes are expanding career options for highly motivated students who want to enter skilled trades and earn a living wage right out of high school. The institutes offer courses leading to certifications in aviation, construction, mechatronics, interior design, plumbing, electrical, heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and refrigeration, cybersecurity, and much more. Choose the opportunity to graduate ready to enter a high-demand, high-wage job, earning between $20 and $50 an hour. Choose a career institute in Dallas ISD and become a boss after high school. Apply at dallasisd.org/choose Dallas ISD.
All right, and now let's hear from Career Institutes.
Good evening. Good evening. I'm glad to be here. I'm Jean Laswell. I'm the Career Institute North Director. I'm here representing the 3 Career Institutes of Dallas ISD, North, South, and the East location. So our career institutes are basically serving 9th through 12th grade students from the comprehensive high schools. So unlike the programs you've heard previously that do require an application, our career institutes basically are open to all students who attend the comprehensive high schools. So if you're interested, if your student is interested in aviation, possibly cybersecurity or software development, maybe construction, electrical or solar technology, maybe heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, plumbing, or even mechanics like mechatronics, an industrial robotics type manufacturing course. We also have health sciences and information technology that will be coming on board with us. So we have a lot of selections to choose from at our career institutes. Next slide, please. So at Career Institute East, we serve the 5 campuses you see here. The pathways that we offer include cybersecurity, pharmacy tech, patient care technician, HVAC, plumbing, interior design, electrical technology, and construction and carpentry at the East location. Next slide, please. At Career Institute North, we serve Hillcrest, W.T. White, Emmett J. Conrad, Thomas Jefferson, and North Dallas High Schools. We have the same pathways that you just saw with the addition of mechatronics here and aviation flight. Next slide. At the CHARMAINE and Robert Price Career Institute South, we serve Carter, Roosevelt, Kimball, Molina, South Oak Cliff, Pinkston, Sunset, and Adamson. These are similar pathways that you just saw from Career Institute North with the addition of pharmacy tech, patient care technician, EMT, EKG, and phlebotomy. Next slide, please. So that concludes our very brief but information about career institutes. We hope that you will consider career institutes for your son or daughter. If you are interested, it's simply contacting the counselor at your home comprehensive high school and letting them know you're interested, and they can select the Career Institute courses on their choice sheet in January and February. Thank you for this time this evening.
Thank you, Jean. And thank you so much to all of our program presenters. You guys gave us such a wealth of information, but we know we have lots of questions. And so we are now ready to dive into those. So I'm going to kick us off with this one. My son is going into 6th grade next year, and he doesn't speak much Spanish, but he understands a lot. So would it be good for him to go into a dual language program next year?
It is recommended that they have been attending dual language since elementary. However, they can attend secondary dual language, and we need to be aware that maybe at the beginning, your son can struggle a little, but with your support and the teacher support, he can be successful. Then yes, please look in the school that you want to attend, talk to the counselor, and also, we are here to support you, to give you any other information. Thank you.
Thank you, Marisol. All right, our next question is in regards to MAP testing. I cannot determine from the current MAP test score if my student would qualify for applying at a tag school. Can you provide information in regards to the MAP test score requirements?
So the MAP score, if you cannot find a 2-digit MAP score on your student results, it may be that we would need to use a conversion chart. So I did answer that question on the chat and put our phone number on there. So if the parent could please contact us and we could guide them or look up the conversion for that student's MAP score.
Awesome. Okay, this is some more questions about regards to magnets. Someone asked, I would like to know if the algorithm allows both magnet schools to respond before a decision is made.
I did also answer that in the chat, and I'm not sure if my answer addressed what the parent was talking about, but the parent will receive one offer March 1st via email. The student has 10 days to accept the offer. I wasn't sure if that answered her question, and if not, she can, if she could please put it in the chat, and I'll be more than happy to research.
Let me jump in and add some additional context. This year, we're doing something a little different. Remember, I said we had to go through some change management. So families, you're used to waiting for your second choice or your first choice to make a decision on you before you're able to go to your second choice. With this year's application portal, families, if you're choosing your 2 magnet schools, you're going to do the assessment for both schools. So you'll do the assessment for both of your schools, your, whatever magnet school it is, and they both will make a decision on you. And from there, it will go into the optimizer portal. Based on how you ranked your schools, you will receive one optimal acceptance. So hopefully that added additional context to what Nancy said. And yes, you will receive your letter with your optimal acceptance March 1st, and we'll have 10 days to respond.
Thank you, Keisha. All right, we're gonna go back to another dual language question, and that is the dual language application available on the Dallas ISD website?
Sorry, it's in the same centralized website. You can find the dual language application. Sorry.
Perfect, yes. So again, we're just gonna encourage you, go to www.dallasisd.org/choose Dallas ISD. It really truly is your one-stop shop. So be sure to check, if you have a certain program or programs in mind, be sure to explore those tabs, because we really have tried to make it as convenient for everyone as possible. One question that is COVID related is, how are specialty programs, especially those that are hands-on, such as Montessori, project-based, and others, being implemented during these COVID times?
I can speak for our transformation schools. Our Montessori campuses materials are prepackaged at the campus, and so parents can come pick up if they're choosing to do virtual learning, so they can have those manipulatives and hands-on pieces at home. And then in the classroom, those materials are being cleaned daily.
Awesome. Thank you, Nicole. I'd like to talk about, can someone please explain to us more about the sibling preference process and qualification?
If you're speaking about transformation schools specifically, we do have a sibling preference. So if you have a student already attending a school and a sibling is applying, they're entered into a separate lottery. So that is with our transformation schools. If a student is a sibling and is not accepted, they still have another chance. They would be entered into another, whichever lottery priority would be their next one. So let's say, maybe based on where they live, or a feeder pattern that they would normally feed into.
For magnet, the sibling rule and the sibling preference applies to students who first pass the school assessment and who have a sibling currently attending the magnet school that they are applying to. Sibling rule, which applies to our 2 Montessori programs, places siblings first. The sibling preference, which applies to our 4th through 8th grade programs, the students get 5 additional points on their assessment, and then they're put into their feeder patterns.
Great, thank you both. All right, we have some questions about if I have a child entering 10th grade who is interested in a P-TECH or a Career Institute, can they apply?
You want P-TECH to answer first?
That'd be
Okay.
great.
Yeah, we typically accept applications at the 8th grade going into the 9th grade. That's the normal practice, mainly because the college courses are on a path. And so if they start later than 9th grade, then it extends their time to complete the degree, the associate degree. So that's typically the case. We've seen some situations where there's changes that happen within a school program, but from an application standpoint, incoming freshmen is where our cycle starts, and then I'll let Career Institutes answer the other part.
Yes, I would say that for Career Institutes, a person could start the program in the 10th grade.
All right, thank you guys. This one's for early learning. My child will be in pre-K 4 next year. If I submit my application for a Montessori program, do I need to submit an additional application for the pre-K program?
Yes, so currently what you'll be applying for, it's actually for either the transformation program or through a magnet, right? So magnet academic needs, transformation schools, OTI is through the lottery base. That's just to be accepted for that particular program. The pre-K application process is different, and that will happen after you have received your acceptance letter for either the magnet or the OTI schools. Then you'll be required to complete a pre-K registration application process, which then will be able to identify families if they qualify for free or a Dallas ISD scholarship, or will be a tuition family.
Awesome, thank you, Yesenia. All right, question about what would be the best school or program for someone who's interested in a law career?
I'm going to ask families to jump out there and visit our school finder. You're able to search by program, by address, by career, just to see which one, because we have several programs that offer law enforcement, and those type of careers. But to find the best fit school for your child, I would search the school finder, which can be found at the www.dallasisd.org/choose-dallas-ISD.
Awesome, thank you, Keisha. Can we get someone to explain, someone's asking, how does the lottery work? Can we get maybe a little bit more information on that to help explain that system?
Sure. For the transformation schools, the lottery is a process where we select students. Every campus has a different type of lottery and different priorities. And so basically, one of the pieces, as we mentioned earlier, is many of our schools are designated 50-50 sociodiverse schools. And so depending on the student's economic status, that determines which lottery that they are entered into. And so based on the various priorities, if your student is not accepted in the first priority, but they may also qualify in another priority, they may be accepted that way. And so a number, depending on the number of seats, that determines the number of offers we can make. And it really just varies. Those priorities can be where you live. It can be what feeder pattern your homeschool is in, if you're in district, out of district. And so it's really generated with that optimizer Keisha was speaking about earlier.
Thank you, Nicole. This question is in regards to, and it's another testing question, for a Montessori student who does not have a GPA, is meeting the MAP score requirement sufficient?
So for magnet students, they must have both the GPA and the test score requirement. Because of the pandemic, we are taking the last year's report card. So if they have a report card for the last school year, we will take that as well.
And then for transformation schools, we don't have academic entry requirements.
Awesome. Thank you, Nancy and Nicole. All right. In the application, schools are mapped in relation to your, in the application, are schools mapped in relation to your address? Does this affect not finding a neighborhood school in the list of choice schools?
If your neighborhood school is not a choice school, then it will not be shown in the list of choice schools. But on School Finder, if you're searching by address, your very first choice that comes up is your neighborhood school, because that's the closest to proximity of where you're living. I hope that answered. Did that answer the question?
Sonia, if it didn't, let us know, and hopefully it did. So looks like Sonia Lazo asked that question. This is a specific question in regards to Booker T. And there are 70 seats available in the music department at Booker T. How many seats are for vocal, considering the 70 seats are split across the music department?
And I was just researching that question. And I did check our website. The seats are not split up by instrument, but we do have that information. If they could reach out to our office, we could surely provide that. Also, I will see if we can go ahead and post it on our magnet website. If they give us until about tomorrow, we can go ahead and put that information on there. I had not realized that the music cluster was not split up, but we can surely put that on our website.
Thank you, Nancy. We have a question. Do we have to write an essay when we are applying to schools? So what applications, if any, require essays?
Most of the magnet programs do require an essay. Again, on our magnet webpage, dallasisd.org/magnets is a list of the schools that require essays.
Awesome.
There's also an essay component with the P-TECH application, but families, you have the ability to either complete the essay in the application or upload the essay requirement.
Wonderful, thank you. All right, let's talk about our student athletes real quick. How can my 9th grade daughter still participate in sports or extracurricular activities if she attends a choice program or school?
There are opportunities for our students at our choice schools to attend and participate in those activities. And so that's something you would coordinate with the campus.
Awesome. Thank you, Nicole. Yeah, so we've got you covered. They can still participate in traditional student athletics. It's great. All right, we'll do one final question. My daughter will be going into kinder next year. In the application, I'm asked for a report card or transcript. Will they have one?
Can you repeat the question?
Sure. So my daughter will go into kindergarten next year. In the application, I'm asked for a report card or transcript. I think they're asking, like, what do they do if they don't have a report card or transcript?
So on the application, on the upload page, there is a note, and it identifies the grade levels, which is pre-K through 1st grade, that will not need to upload a transcript or report card. And it does state that the parent can upload any document just to get past that screen. And the school is aware that they're not required, so it will not be counted against them.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, so that is about our time for tonight, but I want to remind you that if you have any questions about these programs or need help with filling out the application, you can send us an email at choosedallasisd@dallasisd.org, or please call us at 972-925-5560. We also want to remind you about our Neighborhood Schools webinar coming up this Saturday, December 12th. Our general webinar is from 10 to 11:30 a.m. And then we're going to have school webinars available in 30-minute slots from 11:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. We really hope you can join us for that. Again, we think so highly of our neighborhood schools. They're really, truly hidden gems in your own backyard. And we hope that you'll give them give it a whirl and see what you can find out and see if it's a good fit for you. Well, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much to our amazing panelists. And that is it for tonight. We wish you happy holidays.